Hallo en welkom hier by Farmspace. Right. Ek dreig nou hoe lank om by Trelleborg te stop as ek op Nampo is en elke keer dat kry ek nie tyd nie en vandag stop ek nou hierso. So ja, ek praat met Quentin, hy gaan my meer vertel. Hoekom Trelleborg? Wat maak hulle so goed? Ons weet almal is 'n goeie tyre, maar wat is daai een ding? Hoe lyk die tyrebedryf? Ons hoor die pryse gaan op, maar ons weet ook nie wat aangaan nie. So kom ons vind 'n bietjie uit. Quentin, how you doing?
Hi, how you keeping?
Nee, rustig. Ek gaan nou maar Afrikaans praat want my Engels het so pas opgeraak.
My Afrikaans is also a problem. So, not a problem.
So ja, okay. Sê vir my Trelleborg, verduidelik my eers bietjie die maatskappy. Waar kom dit vandaan? Hoe loop die goede?
Yeah, Trelleborg is a long-standing company in South Africa. It's owned by the Swedish, and the Swedish believe in quality. And Trelleborg South Africa is a company that's been here for almost 25 years. Very, very strong in the agricultural market, and we want to be closer to the farmers, and that's where the strength is.
I'm with you. Okay, so maar julle kom van Swede af dan, Swedish Swede.
Ja.
Nee, okay. En kwaliteit is obviously die aard van die saak vir julle belangrik, maar hoekom? Wat maak julle, ek sê nie sê wat maak julle tyres beter as die volgende nie, maar wat maak hulle so goed? Wat is dit met die konstruksie of hoe werk?
Yeah, I think the first of all, the cosmetic part of the tire, you can see the Trelleborg. Everyone talks about the name being spread on this side, on vertical rather than around. The tire also has a self-cleaning mechanism, which means that it can clean itself while it's going into the ruts. The
Maak homself skoon.
Yeah, yeah. So that you don't get ruts or mud build up on the cake as such.
Jy jok.
Yeah.
Rarig.
Yeah. The best thing about this is that with low pressures. You think about a 4x4.
Yeah.
When you drop the pressure on the tire, you get more traction on the ground. So this Trelleborg can go 0.6 bar to 0.9 bar, which means that you have a tire that can actually run on very low pressure. So which means that it can have a lot of traction on the ground and you have less wheel slippage.
How come is dit? Is it the sidewall construction or what
yes,
is
the sidewall construction. The bead is quite strong and reinforced as well. So you have a very strong bead. And we spend a lot of money on R&D. Every single year we come up with new product, new technologies.
Okay, right, want ek weet veral met super singles en daai goeters, dis belangrik om low pressures te kan hardloop om actually ordentlike traction op die grond te kry en daai goede. Sê vir my, julle gewone radials en daai tipe van dinge?
Yeah, we've got plenty of new radials that's coming in. We've got the progressive traction. I don't know whether we've got it on stand here, but the progressive traction is something new where we have a second lug on the tire, basically to have more momentum on the ground. So what happens on the progressive traction, he hasn't put it in, you'll have a second step here.
Yeah.
So which means the tire goes on the ground front, and then you have a second step that actually moves the tire on further, so more momentum. So Trelleborg comes up with all these really, really good products, and I think it actually helps the farmers.
Ja, maar die tyre is nie net 'n tyre en ek meen as jy nou daai vat momentum, ek seker daarvan dit sal 'n verskil maak op wielglip, diesel, al daai tipe van nou.
And and we have a roadshow every year. We show, I mean, in fact, the whole country. We go down to all these farms and we show the guys using our product. How can you save on diesel? In fact, how can you save on wheel slippage and on time on the ground? And that's where we have two tractors, similar implements, running one with Trelleborg or maybe a competitor size and we ask the farmer what pressure you want to put. Usually the farmer will say 2.5 bar. We say we're going to put our details on the load app. We got an application, a Trelleborg TLC app, which you can put your implement weight and tractor size and the front wheels and the back wheels, and it'll give you what kind of pressure you put onto the wheels. And then most of the time the app comes up with 0.9, 0.8 bar depending on the implement you pull in. And then we run those two machines down the track, a 300-meter track. All it is 300-meter track. And you'll see the difference. The tractor A with the Trelleborgs on it will pull much faster, much more efficiently, less wheel slippage. And the fuel, even we have a fuel gauge there, a huge fuel gauge showing how much of fuel they save versus a tire that's slipping on the ground. It's working much more harder.
Daai ding wil ek kyk, ek wil 'n bietjie by hom uitkom. Luister die ander ding.
Ja.
Tyrepryse, né? Ek gooi nou sommer in die diep kante in hier.
Ja, no, it's fine.
Want ek hoor al hierdie gerugte van tyrepryse gaan met 3 keer gemaal word en die en daai. Wat is die waarheid? Wat is die risiko wat vir my kom as boer in terme van die pryse op tyres?
Well, the problem at the moment in the factory, right? We have to start off with the factories and the commodity pricing. The real problem is that the factories at the moment are the problem is supply and demand, as
Yeah.
we know, and the crude oil price. And the oil price, crude is also a part of the component of a tire as well. And the raw material costs. The commodity prices are really going off the roof. So that is where the cost is going up. But the advantage of using a Trelleborg, and everyone says, yeah, Trelleborg is much more dearer than the other products.
Yeah.
But the real value of the Trelleborg, it lasts longer, it's durable, and it gives you much more hours, and it saves you fuel. So this is a winning tire. This
So
is,
it's not about, now I'm going to use a big word, groot woorde hier so. It's not about the price of the product, it's about total cost of ownership.
total thoughts of ownership, lifetime spend. You want to make sure that you're getting the best value for your product. And then you want to know, you're paying 8,000 Rand versus 6,000 Rand. Am I going to get a real value for that 8,000 Rand?
So, ek sit klaar 'n capital investment in wat excess hoeveelheid. Op 'n Trelleborg sit ek 'n bietjie extra by, but the total package
Yeah.
over lifetime getting more.
Yes, your initial cost is much higher. I'm not going to lie to you, maybe 10 to 15% higher than a competitor product. But the lifetime span, the fuel saving, the less wheel slippage on the ground, the traction that you get, that will be saving as well. Not only the fact that the tire is durable and lasts longer. So you'll get much more saving on it, maybe even 30-40% saving on the tire.
Awesome. Quentin, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Right, so nou weet jy min of meer hoekom Trelleborg en weet jy wat jy om te gaan koop. So ek gaan met hulle praat. Ek wil 'n ritjie gaan kyk en dan sal ons sien. Dan kom ons terug na julle. As jy wil Farmspace af, as jy belangstel, ons sit weer 'n linkie bo of hier onder en dan kan jy goed gaan kyk en ook gaan download die Farmspace app. Dan maak jy seker dat jy nie ons content mis nie. Dis hier vir Farmspace af tot volgende keer.